So many things you could say about Old Bridge Township, so many wonderful things, but certainly the one thing that comes to mind for me is family.
I think it's amazing. I think that the students are really motivated to learn. Once I started exploring a lot of the apps that are out there, I realized that they pertain to a lot of the objectives that we're doing in the classroom. So the students are able to complete the lessons followed by an activity with the iPad. It has really enhanced the learning environment. They are extremely excited to do a lot of the apps that I have, and just they really enjoy it. They really enjoy learning from the iPad, and it also gives them the extra practice they need to eventually master the skills that we're learning in the classroom.
The staff and students are really excited about the iPad initiative.
As of lately, we just started using these iPads in the class, which have been great. We use them in this class almost all the time, and what the students are doing right now is actually an example of a project that they've worked on already, and it's creating a web quest based on the information that they're learning about in this chapter. This one having to do with the railroads spurring on American economies. What they do is, rather than reading in a textbook and trying to find the answers the way you always did it, is they're taking those ideas and words and vocabulary and concepts and searching for information throughout the internet, and then creating their own questions based on that information, and then sharing those with other students so that the other students are actually doing research based on the research that the first student did. And basically what that is the students are becoming the teachers. They're teaching concepts to other students by using technology rather than just a textbook.
To use it here and to be feeling like they're part of the technology world, you know, the 21st century learner, that they get to use this, they were so excited. I mean, even in 5th grade now, the kids who have the iPods are saying, oh, I downloaded that app from school on my iPod or on my iPad. So they're using these apps at home.
The Math in Focus program has been very successful. It's really, the main elements are concrete, pictorial, and abstract. So the students get to go through all of those different elements and incorporate them, and it really benefits the diverse learner. We're very fortunate to incorporate the iPads in the classroom by having the students actually come up with the problems based on what we've been learning. So if our theme of the week right now, we just finished with division, so one of our examples was the student coming up with an actual problem based on problems that we've worked on in class, showing it on the iPad, and then we get to show it up on the screen so the other students can see. And our goal is to be putting it on our website eventually and passing down, so we'll be able to teach the other, other classes, and it can be used as examples.
Using the iPad is a great way to bring technology into the classroom. With applications like maps and timelines and programs like Nearpod, we're able to assess the students on an immediate day, an immediate lesson. We're able to go over many things that they just didn't simply have access to before. These maps applications that we can go through, the students can look at different timelines of the maps, they can look at different instruments, if we have questions about things that come up, different weapons that they use, different strategies that they used, and exactly, you can also use the web to find out more about an individual person. You can find out historical backgrounds and just documents that we didn't have access to before.
Right now, we are going to celebrate our 3rd anniversary of the integrated preschool that we have here at Glen School. And by integrated, what that is we have preschool disabled students that have been identified by a child study team with a handicapping problem. They are integrated with typically developing students that come from our community, and the parents pay tuition. The program here, the integrated program, is only 3 years young. We're going to celebrate our anniversary in March. We started in 2010 with 2 sections of this integrated program, and I am so proud to say that right now we have 7 sections of the integrated program. We also have other classes of just preschool disabled students, which we've had since the 1970s when the state and the federal government mandated it.
So what we're trying to do is replicate what goes on the college level, not just for 1 semester, but for 2 semesters. So it's a lot of work that we cover, and that's why it's a double period every day to equal the amount of time that would be spent on the equivalent classes and labs in college. The AP class is based on calculus, and it's really geared towards more science and engineering students. Colleges have a variety of different physics classes, and ours is, like I said, more geared towards engineering. But we do have kids in this class who might go into computer science. They sometimes go into the humanities. They're just pretty good at physics, and boy, does it look good to get a good grade on a AP class to help you get into college.
The Kids at College program is a 4th grade program where we start to introduce 4th graders to the concept of higher education. And we want to give them an early awareness about what their options are after high school. And in the program, our elementary counselors go into the 4th grade classrooms. They introduce the concept of college. They do some vocabulary words with them. They teach them about all the different types of majors and things that you can do while you're in college. And then eventually the program culminates in a trip to an actual college campus.
This year, the 4th grade class went to Brookdale College and learned about interior design and physics. It taught me that college is serious, not just a fun and games to be with your friends. I didn't know there was that much to learn about fashion, and I thought that was really cool to learn. Before I went to Brookdale College, I felt like college is a long time away. And then after I went, I'm like, I gotta get serious about this.
The Lombardi Complex was voted the best athletic facility in the Middlesex County area according to the Home News Tribune. Old Bridge hosts the NJSA Track and Field Championships for groups and meet of champions at our 8-lane facility. Our turf field also can accommodate a variety of teams, which include our football team, field hockey, soccer, and lacrosse. We recently completed a state-of-the-art concession stand along with a turf baseball field and new tennis courts at the complex.
Prior to the construction over at the new stadium, the track was in a bad state. There were holes in it, a lot of the surface was ripped and torn. The new track is a state-of-the-art facility, not only for the athletes on the high school track teams, but community groups use it. The stadium is being used in the evenings by the recreation program. They have the state meet of champions there in the springtime along with the group meet.
In football, we started a nice tradition where before our guys leave the field, we respect the field and we touch the shield of the night, and we make sure we take ownership in that field every day. Well, in sports, being part of any team, whether it be an athletics team or family or in work, you learn certain character traits that are going to benefit you in the future, as far as teamwork, selflessness, discipline, responsibility, accountability, and hard work.
Right now, what we're doing in kindergarten with the bells is we use them every morning in our morning songs, our poems. Sometimes they're playing along with the rhythm, other times they're just having fun with them. We use them for math activities, for patterning. We use them when we spell our sight words. Instead of clapping out the words, they'll use the bells to sound out the words. Our Rigby Literacy has a lot of poems and rhymes, so we add the bells to those activities. The best part of it is seeing the children, because they ask for them every day. Can we use the bells? Can we use the bells? No, it can get a little noisy, but it's fun. And you can tell that they're learning and enjoying. And the best part of kindergarten is to watch those smiles on their faces as they're learning.
Students really can advance 4 levels in the basic art programs. Hopefully next year we'll introduce a level 2 ceramics and crafts class. As I said, we have commercial art, computer art, and a huge enrollment at Old Bridge High School.
The marching band is an extracurricular activity that practices Mondays, Wednesdays from 5 to 9, and then performs at the high school football games and performs in competition on Saturdays. Well, because the students are always at band, they have to learn how to manage their time so that they can make sure that they get all their schoolwork done. And marching band also helps them learn to work with others, and it helps develop teamwork and leadership skills.
I think people have live by the fact that each day, each moment, if we all do our part and do the right thing, Old Bridge High School will be a much better place.
Thanks, Board of Ed.
Thank you, Board of Education.
Thank you, Board of Education.